Hi, everybody. I hope you guys are really enjoying the courses and the guest speakers. I know they have some tremendous knowledge and insight to offer, and I'm really excited for us to get into the aspect of the empowerment of our soul. So, our soul plays two crucial roles within our human condition. A human condition is anything and everything that makes us a human being. So, these two roles include the following. First, to unite us to our true, authentic self. Second, to empower us to reach our highest potential. When we learn how to connect to our true, authentic self, our ability to reach our highest potential becomes much more likely. As we come to really know, value, and appreciate who we are at the core or soul level of our being, we can begin the process of owning our space during this life. This is huge. This is the true meaning of empowerment. This is the catalyst of positive and life-lasting change. We are no longer casualties of external life factors at this point. Instead, we are powerhouses of purpose and intention. It is from this point that we can consistently enforce positive change and influence over the outcomes in our life. And it is through this empowerment of our soul that we become equipped with the tools, knowledge, and resources to be the absolute best that we can be. However, in order to make this happen, we have to unite our soul force with our body and our mind. So the biggest question now becomes, how do we do that? And the answer is this. You start by breaking down the concept into step-by-step processes. So let's dive into this concept of soul empowerment by looking at the aspect of becoming our true authentic self. I absolutely love to work with clients on the concept of core values or getting in touch with your soul self, because I know that the pathway to making informed, intentional, and lifelong change absolutely requires that we know who we are. It is in knowing who we are that we can intimately know three very important things. The first is what we stand for. The second is what we can no longer tolerate. And the third is what we deeply deserve and desire. These three concepts make up the very essence of who we are. They also create the framework of living within our highest potential. It's through this soulful expression that we find the compass to living our best life and our most authentic life. And the best part is that compass is already built in. It's there within each one of us, sitting dormant, waiting, willing, and eagerly hoping for us to activate it. The power of this process is so incredibly important to our overall health and wellness that I want to give you guys some real tools and tips that you can use today to start this process. So there's two steps. The first step is to ask yourself one simple yet incredibly challenging question, and that is, what core values or core qualities define me? So these can be made of both things that you currently have as qualities and things that you desire to have or wish you were more like or could be. For example, you may currently have a core value of being honest, but you may wish or want to become more adventurous. Both of these would be very important into your core values. You can also add core values on things like weight, career desires, hobbies, anything like that. And the reason that I think it's good to do all of this variety is because all of these concepts play into who you are and what opportunities become available to you. So the second step in the process is, at a certain point, you're going to need to decide what you want and what you truly desire. Do you want to move to the countryside and write love songs? Do you want to travel the world? Do you want to create memorable moments with family and friends? All of those are great goals and desires. And just like you go about creating your core values, this part of the process, the figuring out what it is you really want and desire, that becomes unique and different for each one of us. Both the gift of this process And the difficulty is that only we can answer these questions for ourselves. No one else can tell us what is right for us. We have to decide. No one else can read our compass for us. We have to learn to do that for ourselves. And this is true for one very important and pivotal reason. No one else has to live out the full consequences of our decisions, be them good, bad, or indifferent. Only we do. This is why knowing who we are and what we truly desire, those things become the backbone to creating the life of our dreams as we reach towards our highest potential. Once we've done our soul work to figure out these powerful aspects of ourselves, and those are two very important, pivotal, leading factors into starting that process within your life, it's then time to unite the forces of our body and our mind. As it's been noted by our tremendous speakers today, our body and our mind are powerhouses of their own. Our mind is the central hub for communicating our soul's thoughts and needs. So when we can align our soul with the thoughts of our mind and learn tips and tools to overcome some of the common pitfalls like negative thinking or toxic critical self-talk, we become immovable powerhouses ourselves. And we do this in the face of our own oppositions. So, likewise, by listening to the callings and warnings of our body, we can start to navigate our soul's compass towards positive, life-affirming change, and we can move ourselves away from toxic and negative life choices. This is our right, and this is our power. This is also where our control comes from. So I wish I had more time to share more with you, but that's a grasp and a concept and insight into the empowerment of our soul. And thank you guys all for supporting and listening to this